I'm going live anyways. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. It's Where's the Line with Matt and Ross. We're here to stay. We're not going away. We're not going away. Oh my God, Andy brought me a Coke. You gotta love. Oh my God, it's even better. It's a big giant diet cherry Coke. Coca-Cola, if you'd like to sponsor us, we could use the money. I won't
and
take
Minute
it.
Maid, if you'd like to sponsor us as well.
Still won't take it. But anyways, wish we had sponsors, but I don't want sponsors. Don't like money. I know it doesn't fit. What the hell are we gonna do?
What are we gonna do?
Welcome to Where's the Line?
Where we make it happen. Okay.
It's been a month.
How
It's
you guys
been a
doing?
month. Well, it hasn't really been a month, but oh my God, if you listened to us before now, this month, oh, it was bad. It was bad. It was bad.
Well,
We had-
I don't think it was a bad month.
No. I mean, if
I
you listen,
happen-
the few times we were available for broadcast viewing.
Oh yeah.
That yes, the quality of the show was
Outside of-
somewhat lacking.
Outside of us, it
Yes.
was bad.
Well,
but
oh my, no,
I feel
no,
like
not
it's
outside.
been a good month.
Oh my, dude, how can we not think it's a good month? How? Okay, so everybody.
Well, if
Everybody
we start from the impetus of the break, it all started with the bird.
Well, if we start with me finishing my sentences.
Okay, finish your sandwiches. It was a Frozen joke. Let's move on.
Sandwiches,
Yes.
sentences. You got
It's-
sandwiches out of sentences?
No, it's a Frozen joke because in the song they say we finish each other's sandwiches. That was
I
what
think it
was
felt
gonna say.
cold.
Never mind.
Well, no, it was a Frozen joke. I think
Go
it felt cold.
Ha, but
Hold on just a second.
Come on.
Here, would you like to be on? Oh, come here. Come here. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring you crackers.
We finally have
Hi.
the bird.
We're the crackers.
Yes, we have the bird.
Well, so, man, actually, no, an amazing month. The hardest part is there's a world around me going, hey, why are you not doing this, that, the other thing?
This, that, and the third.
Oh my, excuse me, we are talking.
So many things to do.
Yes, kisses. We are talking. That the reality, almost all you get is Parrot. It's me and
Yeah.
Parrot.
Him and Parrot. Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm talking. I'm talking. We need me to talk. Are my teeth dirty today? One last checkup? Thank you. Okay, we're ready. My teeth
We're
are
ready.
clean. The
That
bird
was
is team.
very weird.
Well, it's a weird, for those of you that don't know, it's a weird world we live in. It's
It
a
is,
weird
true.
world we live in. It's a crazy
that.
place down here. I kind of have a love for all, excuse me, oh my God, he's a giant eagle. Are you an eagle?
Macaw.
No, not macaw. You're super chicken, aren't you?
Super chicken?
Are you super chicken?
He's not a chicken.
He'll take off his glasses and part his hair and you'll see him as super chicken. Hush. Rah. Rah, rah, rah,
Oh, he kisses the bird.
The point
I
is,
just moved the bird from place to place. I don't know.
I'm going to be honest and go, I've got all my eggs in this basket.
Yes. Okay. Talk.
And my huevos are I'm a little concerned for them.
Okay.
You want to go back here? Oh, stop. There you go. See how easy that was? I believe in what we're doing.
Me too.
I believe in reaching out to the world and finding their stories wherever I find them, however they come.
Okay.
I believe this is our story.
Our story.
This part right here.
Mhm.
This is our prayer. This is our work. This is our
Okay.
music. This is our joy, our
Yes.
passion, our play. I am an imminent getting ready to lose the house at this point. I am an imminent, hey, the electric's on today at this point. I'm at, thank God the Wi-Fi's working so I can talk to the people I love. I'm supposed to be going crazy about the losing everything. That's where I'm supposed to be at this.
Ah, go crazy. Ah.
What if you're doing something that's bigger than you?
Then you go crazy in your head and you keep your outside calm.
Well, no, you never fake. Stop.
No, I don't mean
No,
fake. I
that's
don't
not-
mean fake. I just mean, keep yourself like composed, but like know that hey, things are going crazy in my head. This is crazy. This is craziness. This is the calm version that you guys are seeing. Like, I'm keeping myself composed, not to say that nothing's going on in my head, or to suggest that at all. You know, because there's a lot going on. You know.
Well, and then people will accuse us of, well, you're obviously not thinking about this. Why are you not thinking about this? I see you're changing the subject again. I'm changing the subject to something more important than me.
Mm.
That how do I deal with, oh, whanity wham, my life is awful, things are miserable, I'm going to lose everything, blah-de-de blah. Okay, but meanwhile, my conversations are all day with people whose entire cities have just been wiped out by floods.
Right.
And in my first world problem,
Right.
it's hard to stay maintaining. Does that mean I don't care? No. That means I'm humble.
Well, to that point, it's somewhat, you can be more calm in the idea that there are other people going through worse things. It can calm you. It can bring a sense of calm to know that the situation that we are in is not the worst situation in the world.
Oh dear God!
You know?
You run over, you grab me my cherry Coke. I sit down in my basement in our studio,
Yes.
surrounded by amazing equipment.
Expensive.
You've had your first live show. Congratulations, my friend.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. We've, oh my God, the contact, the people I talk to blow me away. I know, they're not paying my bills, but what, you want me to ask them to pay my bills?
They're paying my soul.
Actually, literally, and more importantly, that it's been fun. I don't know if you've noticed the last couple of days I've made some new friends.
Right.
I don't know, 500 or so.
500. Jeez Louise.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I had 750 Facebook friends on Thursday of last week. It's
Okay.
It's Tuesday. I've
Okay.
doubled that number. I'm at 1,500 plus.
Right.
I've doubled it. I was on Facebook for decades. Best part is, I'm talking to guys that are doing trekking tours in Nepal. I mean, like, oh, I don't go that high up. I only go to 5,600 meters. I'm like, whoa, dude, I want to get there. Well, come here. You want to be
Shoot,
here?
I've never been at 5,600 meters. Sounds cold.
No,
You know?
I got you. You're a camera hog. Look, you're a camera hog. You really.
Yeah, he's
You
just
see
gonna
the
stand
camera?
there in front of your face. That's funny.
I see you. None of that stuff you want. So have I mentioned I love all living things?
Yes.
That in the midst of this, yes, a parrot has shown up. Oh, hey,
Yes.
buddy. Aww. Little camera shy? You just realize you're on the air? No, I don't need any of that. Thank you. God, I love you. No, thank you.
What is he eating?
No, he's regurgitating food for me
Oh wow,
so that he can feed me. He'd like to feed me.
that's weird.
It's why he cleans my teeth and stuff. It's that he's a bird, and I talk to him like a bird. And so part of our connection is that sometimes I chew his food for him. Why? Because I love him. That's how birds show each other. They love each other. Like, oh, look, I brought you food. It's the same thing we do. It's like, you know what, you get invited to a party, look, I brought you a bottle of wine.
Cats do that, I think.
Cats will bring you dead things, yes. I've always wondered if it's because they want them fixed. See, cats will tend to play with a mouse until it dies. The mouse is fine as far as he could have an open.
Hey,
Well, no,
fix
no,
the mouse,
he
please.
could have
bring
it. No,
back.
no, no. He could have an open casket. It's a good-looking mouse. But yeah, there you go. You're okay. Come on up. Today we have the Parrot Show.
Yes.
Crackers is putting on quite the show for you. Where do you want to go? Why don't we go back up here? Can we go back? We're gonna let Ross talk for just a minute. Where is it you want to go?
Hey there, beautiful people.
You want to go here?
This might be a good time to, plug the Spot Fund Me.
Well, there's always a good time to plug the Spot Fund Me. If you believe in what we're
Because
doing.
if you believe in what we're doing, and we're gonna be doing a lot more things.
Oh
okay.
God, we're busy.
We're gonna make ourselves busy.
The
we're
one thing you
we're
know
gonna
is
work for that money.
If I take a month off, I come back going, oh crap, oh crap,
Oh
oh crap,
crap, oh crap, oh crap,
oh crap, oh crap.
I gotta double down. Yep.
We've got to double down. That the reality is the only way to move forward is to double down.
Yeah.
So where have we been? What have we been doing? Oh my God! In addition, we went and saw our buddy Neff.
Yes.
God, what an amazing show.
We met Tony Woods.
We met Tony Woods.
That was awesome.
I believe that's Dave Chappelle's mentor
Yes.
from Washington, D.C.
Yes.
Now, between you and me,
Between you and me.
I hear they all might have left for Yellow Springs after the show.
They might have.
I'm not going to make any...
It's unconfirmed.
But in the sense of, we're huge Dave fans.
We are. We
How
really
can
are.
you not be a fan of Dave Chappelle?
Right?
That
He's an expert at playing with the line. As far as
you have to.
As far as like people that play with the line, he's one of the grandmasters, so to speak.
Yeah, if you don't, I don't know if you've noticed, the name of the show is Where's the Line? And that's where we play too. That very meaningfully, it's in exploring the lines and actually being there at the line that you actually find anything out. Because what happens is in the DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles, in the DMZ, that's the demilitarized zone, where everybody shoots at you between two sides, because the two sides don't talk.
Yep.
It is only those of us working...
No communication!
Well, it's only the people working in the middle that are talking to both sides.
Yep.
I don't believe in lines, thus I dance all over everybody else's. I try not to be rude. That doctor was a jerk.
Like, for example, where's the line between working and not working?
Well, is it in how many hours you put in?
Or is it in how much effort you put in?
No.
In the hours that you're
missing it.
Okay.
Is it how much work you put in?
Okay.
How much passion you put in?
Okay.
How much life you put into it?
Okay.
Or is it how many dollars you make?
Mm.
Is it the two you were talking? You added to the same one, I think. That Van Gogh didn't paint for money.
True.
Now, admittedly, he cut off his ear, he died broke, a variety of other things.
Right.
And I know no one else can accept it. I'm like, well, and if that happens, I got to deal with it. I don't want that to happen.
Right. Granted.
You know, I have no desire for that to happen. I am working diligently at that not happening. No, really, everybody, working diligently. You can ask me. You can ask. I care deeply. But if I get undermined by all of the judgment to the point that I'm not doing this, it's not going to happen. And what I mean by that is it's not going to do what it's supposed to do.
Right.
And you have to understand, in a world where content is king, we have over 100 hours of content already formatted for hourly shows. If you fill it full of advertisement.
I mean, if we were looking to sell the show, you know.
Well, I don't need to sell.
No, I know.
You can sell as far as put it somewhere and it has ads and we're unassociated and money comes in, that's fine.
Right.
You can look at the fact that we're putting together demos from all of our musicians from all over the world. And that we do get 10% off demos for people that watch them on Spotify or YouTube, wherever we don't know where we're putting them yet. Shh. But wherever we put them.
Wherever we end up putting them, yeah.
But it takes momentum.
Right. Takes momentum, takes time, takes
Now, I will say this. We have
things.
more momentum going for us
Yes.
than most people
Yes.
that do what we're doing.
We started to build the snowball a little bit.
On January 10th of this year,
right?
We started.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong, there were a couple movie things before that. We played around. We were trying to figure it out. Not sitting on our asses, trying to figure it out. We've spent time trying to find our voice.
Right.
You know, the big Labor Day show was about the people around us and their voices, and we were a little distracted. August was a crushing month, though I can't help but be grateful for it. I'll give you an example. Some may remember right before I left, I was talking about my eye and there being a hole in it. There aren't supposed to be holes in your eye. Fun fact.
Fun fact.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
there's
got a whole thing
not
going.
supposed to be there.
There was a weird thing, and there was blood, and it was weird. It was weird.
He's finally figured it out.
Oh, he knows how to get up.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, the parrot has left the building. No, he hasn't. He's over in the corner of the room, but he's moved on.
Yep.
My eye killed. I mean, so much that I quit driving.
Right.
I'm driving again. But I quit driving.
Right.
But I looked at the trees with the idea I might not see them. I get in my head. I was afraid I was going to go blind. There was rumors of a viral infection. They warned me about it, transferring to my eye. COPC, Gehenna Family Practices, said, you know what, hey, if there's something wrong, call back. If it gets in your eye, oh no, that's bad. Family Practices of Gehenna, that's COPC. So they asked me to follow up. But unfortunately, they didn't.
Right.
Called to follow up, they didn't want to see me. It's the least professional thing I've ever seen a medical office do. I came back in to see them, they didn't want to hear me. We may have ended our relationship. And now I remember to look at trees like I might not see them tomorrow. My eye's fine. But I see the trees.
Mm-hmm.
We got bed bugs.
Yeah, that happened.
There's a reason why I'm not.
Yeah, there's a reason.
Until I have 100.
There's a reason why we were gonna double down hard.
People were going to be in the studio all over the place, and then
something happened. So
now everybody under the sun is like, well, kill them, and I agree, but I don't agree. It's kind of confusing. I was in tears over the ideas of killing all the living things in my space, because that's what it takes. On top of, you have to move all the other living things out, and man, between parrots and dogs and cats,
there was a whole half of a day spent just
and tortoises
making things
and
possible. Yes, making that possible. Yeah.
But I spent first an hour on the phone with my beautiful friend Violet Tran. I'm telling you, follow her on Facebook if you can. If she'll invite you to any of her, classes or shares on Buddhism, they're beautiful. Oh my God, they're beautiful temples in Ho Chi Minh. Anyways, I spent an hour in tears about killing things.
Right.
She told me this story about an enlightened guy, a really smart guy. Take it however you want. If you don't believe in reincarnation, go with it. It's all good. The whole point is, I don't know anything about anything before this. I don't know what I believe in as far as that's concerned. Mm-hmm. Though I do constantly reference things that happened in previous lives. Mm-hmm. Don't know where that came from. They had this old enlightened dude, this old wise guy, and as is tradition with the whole karmic wheel, everybody around him is so sure that no, he must have been a wise man. He must have been a Brahmin. He must have been all of the things that people think about why somebody is superior. He said he was a sheep. Yep. The guy that then, he said that sheep to enlightened was his route because, and this is from a society very vegan, very vegetarian, his point was a valid one. I don't even know if he really meant it as far as he believes he was a sheep. Doesn't matter. Not the point of the story.
I think the Bible said something about sheep, but anyways,
there's always sheep and herding thereof. Yes. Unrelated, as always. God, I love you.
Continue on.
That the reason he was enlightened was the person that had to eat that sheep prayed when he took the sheep's life because he felt bad for killing the sheep.
Right.
He said prayers over the sheep.
Right.
And that gave the sheep the path. The idea being that of course we all have to eat. Giving sustenance is valuable. Mm-hmm. But killing is never good. And to do it without remorse or without... So I sat out back in the rain. Guaranteed it was raining. It was more of a drizzle, a light drizzle, thankfully. It wasn't too bad. Me, the dogs, the parrot, the other stuff that couldn't live inside was outside somewhere or doing something. Oh, money, pay me home. That's what I sang. Oh, money, pay me home. Oh, money, pay me home. I wished for enlightenment for the world. Oh, money, pay me home. I wished to understand the value of my life and the lives that I was ending. I know, spiders, get over it. Crickets. And bed bugs. Don't get me wrong, and bed bugs. The bed bugs have... Anyways, still fighting with them. Now I feel really bad about killing them spiders. But... no living thing is more important than another. The world needs all of us.
Right.
No, I'm so aware with the things that surround me. The things I learn from other living things.
Right.
From you. From the little boy. From she who must be obeyed. I don't obey. From the parrot, the dog, the cats. The other day, my cat was proud of the fact that he had gotten the other cats to get along. I said thank you. He started purring. It was beautiful. So whether it be eyes or bed bugs or whatever you're going through, the one thing I know is it's always a place to learn. That as hard as the last month has been, it has been a veritable cornucopia of gratitude. Of real gratitude. Watching you perform for the first time on that stage, I was in tears. God, I know this shows a lot about crying. I don't know why. Well, get me in the hospital. I cried there too. We haven't had a chance to go, you know what? You've lived here about a year and we've been working on this in one way or another for about a year. How did it feel to get on stage?
Dude, it felt amazing. It was like I had the world in my hands for like a half of a second. You know, it was like
12 minutes actually. But go
yeah,
ahead.
but still, it was like no other experience I've ever experienced, and it was amazing, and I want to do it again and again and again and again and again and again. As many times as I can possibly do it, I want to do it.
I constantly
not even because of a vain reason either. It's more that I feel I enjoy so much bringing people joy.
Ooh, God, yeah, me too.
I really
Me too.
enjoy being a place of joy for people, and just that I hope that anytime people see me or I interact with a person or I get on a stage and I sing a song, that joy comes from it and they leave feeling happy and feeling full and feeling good about themselves, and just I hope that I can share some joy with the world, you know? Like, yeah, it was so much fun. Oh my gosh.
Well, I think you got to realize, for me, a lot of it felt like, oh my God, we're here. That I didn't expect, oh my God, we're here. You know, that it was like you're looking around and going, we've talked, we've always wanted this for you.
Right.
You've always wanted this. We've always wanted this for you. We being me, you, the mouse in my pocket, and the parrot. It was moving, to say the least. Man, something's running wonky. But anyways.
What do you mean?
The frame rate's too low. It's having frame rate issues.
Oh. Okay. That's odd.
Yeah, and it's being controlled by Facebook. So, Facebook, yeah, anyways. We'll get through this episode, and then we'll fix some more things, because it's a joy.
Yup!
To see people jumping around and excited, and to have it go so smoothly.
Yes.
It had been stressful leading up to it. We had last minute, hairdos, and we had everything. And the very next day was bedbug Central when we discovered all of that.
Right.
So we went straight from super high to
Super low.
ish,
Very low.
ish.
Uh,
There were still
there was amazingness in it, but
we had people here every Sunday,
right,
eating food,
right,
being with us.
right,
We had people reaching out to us from all over the country, going, "What can I do to help?
right.
Are you okay?" Because a week later, approximately ish, I end up in the hospital.
Earlier, a week earlier.
Oh, a week earlier. Yes, Monday I go. See what I'm saying? We took a week off for Bentley's birthday and for you to go to camp.
Right. And then
Rehab.
the week following, which was the week in build up to the show.
To the show.
You
I
went into the
was
hospital.
for about 2.5 days. I'm not dying by any means. I've got some balance issues. I've got some can't walk right ish. My head doesn't always work right. My brain doesn't always work. Oh, sorry for the yawn, folks. It was a lot.
Yeah, there's always a lot of moving pieces, and it feels like there's always something going on.
We've
If
got a
it's
lot
not
going
one
on.
thing, if it's not one thing, it's another thing. And it's been like a peaceful chaos, and it's interesting, like, because in the middle of things happening, I can find some peace usually.
Well, and I feel like there'll be moments where all of a sudden we remember to stop and look around, and you're like, "Oh, yeah, it feels like shit right now, but oh, I'm grateful for that." Damn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I preach. I don't really preach at Ross endlessly about the idea. The only kind of meditation I think is really, really mean. Well, I don't mean meditation. We'll get to that in a minute. But the only kind of prayer, maybe.
Mm.
When I spend time in a place where what I'm doing is trying to find words as opposed to just clearing my head.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference I see in the two.
Right.
Meditation, blank slate, prayer. I've got some thoughts that I'm working through.
Right, I got you.
Gratitude.
Gratitude.
I can't look around and not feel gratitude. That even when I pause on the worst days, I can't look around and not feel gratitude.
Mm.
You know, I've got family members driving me crazy about how are you doing with this and with that and with the other. And I understand.
I'd say gratitude doesn't come easy to me because I'm used to change. So I'm not used to things staying
There was always
static enough to be peaceful.
That was when you should have been.
To actually have gratitude.
That's when you should have been spending time on gratitude.
Well, no, I know that now, but I'm saying
because each of those changes,
yeah, I get what you're
meaningful.
saying. I get what you're saying. I'm saying it's not easy for me because I'm used to going.
He is an ungrateful
one
shit.
thing
He has
to the
a
next.
valid point. He really,
One thing to the next. Things moving fast. So I'm not used to sitting in something and being
no.
You,
that's the never finishing anything.
No, I mean, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about what I do. I'm talking about my environment. And I mean, this environment is static. As much as there's a lot going on, this environment is fairly static.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
When they were kicking the Dalai Lama out of Tibet,
Mm-hmm.
do you think he found time to meditate?
Yes.
Oh, you poor thing. It must have been rough to not have time.
No, that's not what I meant.
No, but in general, we all do that. We all look around and go, but yes, this, that, the other, this, that, the other. That's why never. Because we go this, that, the other. We never go this. Because it's always this.
Mm-hmm.
It was never all that.
Mm-hmm.
We all point at all that and go, that's why I couldn't do this. But if you always point at all that and give it a good... We're great at finding an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Humans are amazing at excusing themselves of any responsibility.
I'll say that there's a couple times. But that's it.
You are desperate to blame it on everything, aren't you?
No. I'm not.
You said the reason growing up I couldn't do it, or the reason when I was going through things I couldn't do it, was because I was going through too much. The Dalai Lama would say those are the days you should have done it twice as much.
Mm.
And still on gratitude. Because even at your lowest, especially here in this first world country,
I understand.
That, how do I stay in my head about where I'm at when people are dying in mudslides and sending me pictures? Oof, those were rough pictures.
Right.
That, in the end, meditation is non-distraction. You meditate on something and have it be non-distraction. But the point is, you can even be in your day-to-day working on meditation. It's one of the things you used to talk about in New York, that in finding activities that you were fully invested in. Oh, excuse me. Man, why? I swear I haven't yawned once today until I got on air. Guaranteed every friggin' time,
yeah,
right?
you really haven't. It's funny.
So where have we been? We've been struggling with it.
Yeah.
What we're doing doesn't fit the normal, hey, are you working? And then on top of it all, people go, oh, well, yeah, but you're just doing a podcast. If all I'm doing is a podcast, I'm wasting my time.
Right.
I mean, at least give me, I'm doing 2 podcasts, even if I've taken a month off. We're doing at least 2 podcasts. We can go with stories and where's the line if that's all you're going to give me. If you want to talk about music, or Discord, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, Apple Pod, or whatever. Who knows what Apple calls anything. Granny Smith something. I don't know. Macintosh? Oh, wait, they did call one that. That is an Apple. I get in my head. I feel like I'm letting... there's a page here somewhere that says I've let down the entire world because I wasn't on the air. Straight up. If you feel like you have to do something for a situation that's bigger than you, but then your situation's falling apart, it's hard to not have the ego just overwhelm. Just kick in. Now, every time I've decided I'm just going to drop this ball and run with something else so that I can pay my bills, for some reason the universe sets me down or makes me sit down or makes me fall down. It's kind of weird. Don't get me wrong. That's right up there with excuses for everything else. The universe isn't in charge of my decisions. I'm responsible. My family, my world, our world is on the edge. I've pushed it to that brink where we could lose everything. Because I believe in this. And I've struggled with it for 4 weeks, 5 weeks. You know what? 4 weeks, basically. A month. So, there's a bunch of other things that, okay, why don't you do this, why don't you do that, why don't you do this? And it's crazy for me to go, well, because this is going to work. That this matters. Now, you might think that's just me crazy in my head, and me too. So I go, well, then I can't do that anymore. Or I got to run this way. And we've had some hard weeks. And then people line up. People you don't expect to hear from suddenly go, no, you don't understand. We have to fight for this. You don't understand. The New York studio has to open.
Right.
You don't understand. People need to be seen and heard.
Right.
And that's what we're here for. Not for us. We're here a little bit for Ross. He's younger and he's got a music career and we love him. But the main thing we work at is seeing you, hearing you. Because if the people of the world could see each other as people, we wouldn't keep doing this. If the hippies of the 60s would stand back up and walk down out of their ivory towers and fly their colors again and remember what they said, that they weren't going to let it happen
Please don't bang
again.
on the table. Please. No. No.
I know. Sorry, guys. I don't know how it's supposed to work, though. And that scares me and them even more. As I look at people and go, I don't even understand what's going on with me. Sometimes I think that's how I know I'm not crazy. Because I'm sitting there going, wait a minute. If I were crazy, I'd believe in me.
Right.
God, it'd be so much easier to just be a narcissistic asshole that, ha ha ha, this is, you know what, I'm so charismatic. I could make so much money off being I don't want any money for me. I'm trying to build a nonprofit that will change the world, that will change the way we handle music, that will change the way we see each other. I am trying not to connect the world. We're connected. The universe is the universe, and we're all damn universe. We're connected. There's no way around it. Welcome to Physics 101. Note I didn't give you a religion. Even though they all start with God, all God, blah, 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 and so on and so forth, etc., etc. Ditto, 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 ditto. Doesn't matter the faith. I like the physics version better. Everything has to be connected or the system doesn't work. So we're connected.
Right.
But we've forgotten. We don't see it. We walk past it. I remember when we first started talking about Ukraine and Russia. God, it feels like forever ago. When the Russian war on Ukraine was first started. Huh?
When did we know that? I'm wondering. If we've forgotten, when did we know that?
You mean what I was going to say and whether or not I can remember what I was going to say now?
I'm sorry. I just had
approximately 2 to 3 days. No, it was a week after we talked to everybody in the Ukraine and Russia. And then we called Ukraine again, and the hotel was shut down because it had been bombed. That the sirens were going off.
I'm sorry.
That when we first started talking about it, one of the things we've tried to make people aware of is the people. That the people involved, the people dying, are not the people involved in even making the decisions. This has nothing to do with what I was going to say. I had something really smart to say, I swear. March, by the way.
March?
I believe. What would you like to say? Why don't you speak for a moment?
Okay. That wasn't my question. My question was...
What's your question?
My question was, if we forgot that we're all connected, when did we remember? When did we know?
We don't. That's what I'm trying to get people to realize. That we are connected. That's literally what we're talking about. That they don't know and they're not paying attention.
Okay.
So in answer to your question, working on it. You and I right here, that question you had about how do we find out we're all connected? You and I are working on so that people will know they're connected. The question was a weird one because it's moot because we've admitted we are all connected but we don't realize it.
Okay.
Just because I feel it and realize it, I was trying to explain that I feel it and realize it.
Okay.
The reality is, it's not a connection that we're creating. It's something we're unearthing. It's a meeting people with the realization that they are people. It's a listening to them when we speak to them. It's giving them space to talk. Hearing them in a way that means you don't just throw whatever you're thinking back out at them, even if it's unrelated. You have to be present. It's what I can give the world. I can be present for the people that reach out to us, that I talk to. It's what's meaningful. Which brings us to where are we going? None of this flowed as smoothly as it could have. But the reality is we're working on so much right now. You know, you're putting together contests on the Discord.
Yes. I'm putting together a contest on the Discord that's
Gonna have beats, music.
Yeah,
we're
we're
putting
gonna have
together.
beats
We're
and
gonna
music.
work with our producers and
Yes.
artists, and that was your segment. And
Yes.
now on to the
I
next
don't-
piece.
yes.
God, brother,
Dude,
I promise I will. Work
I don't
them out.
understand the contest, man. It's hard. I don't understand
It's so simple and easy. Hold on, wait a minute. Hey guys, we're going to be having a contest on Discord soon. It's kind of fun. What we're going to be doing is a weekly genre beat for the producers. Something to put out, something that makes you think a little differently, see a little bit differently. Every week, our great co-host here, Ross, and his co-host, You the Cypher, are going to be going through and picking their best. Because every Friday, our artists and producers can put out their very best music. And what we're looking for is ones that fit the beat of the week. That's the genre beat challenge for the producers. And 2 that are from any beat they may find in our Discord. You, the Cypher, will pick one. Ross will pick one of each of these. That'll leave us 4 every Friday. You guys will, actually, back up. We'll put those 4 songs up. We're going to announce them on Sundays. You'll have all week to vote and pick the best one from each category. Those 2 songs move on to the coming week. That's how we build our brackets. At the end, we're actually going to put out an EP of demos with the people we work with. It's going to be amazing. The reality is a really simple concept. So every Monday, we're going to drop a beat genre for our producers. Because you know what? The reality is you get stuck in a beat type. God, type beats. Don't you go crazy with type beats? And then what happens is by us shifting them a little bit, and all of us are working more towards collaboration as opposed to features, artists can work together, bring out the best music, and then on Friday when you submit whatever songs you have, our beautiful hosts are going to go through, figure it out. Sunday, we're going to put on a show. Once we have winners, once a week we'll be announcing winners at the beginning of the show, giving out the new ones, voting every week. Lots of people involved. You can be able to vote on Facebook. You can be able to vote on